Hello everyone, my name is Katya and today I'm going to show you how to crochet this reversible bag. You get to choose if you like this side or you can flip it and use this side. The stitches are pretty thick, so you don't need a lining, and you get to adjust the size and make it larger if you like to. And it is measuring at about 7.5 inches by 11 inches. For this project, I'm using yarn by Loops and Threads. It's a number 4 medium weight yarn, and it is 100% acrylic yarn. You don't have to use this yarn. You can use any yarn of your choice with any hook size. But today I'm going to be using a 5mm crochet hook. We're going to start with the slip knot and the chain of 34. You don't have to chain 34. If you want to change the size of the bag, you can go ahead and chain any amount of chains as long as they're even number. Continue chaining until you have a total of 34, and then I'll meet you back. Once you're done chaining 34 chains, we're going to go ahead and work 6 double crochets using the 3rd chain from the hook. Don't count the loop on the hook right over here. We're going to start counting the chains. Here's 1, 2, 3. Into this 3rd chain, work 6 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 6 double crochet, let's go ahead and work it using the space between the chain 2 right over here, the beginning of the round, and the 1st double crochet. If you open them up, there'll be that space right there. Go ahead and work your 6 double crochet using that space. That way the hole is closed. Now for the rest of the chains, we're just going to work 1 double crochet until we get to the last chain, and we're just going to work 6 double crochets into that last chain. You're going to pick up each chain. So right over here is my next chain. Pick it up and work 1 double crochet, and you're going to work your double crochets across using each chain, and I'll meet you at the end of the chain right over here, and we'll work the 6 double crochets together. I finished working my double crochets, and right over here we have our 6 double crochets worked into the 1st chain, and then we have a total of 30 double crochets worked across. And right over here we have our last chain left, and into that last chain go ahead and work 6 double crochets. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 6 double crochet, we're going to use the space between the 1st double crochet and then the 2nd double crochet. If you open it up, you'll see it. So go ahead and work your 6 double crochet using that space to close the hole. And right over here, working on the opposite side, we're going to work 1 double crochet using the chain, and we should have a total of 30 double crochets. So you're going to pick up each chain, the opposite side of the chain, and you're going to work your double crochets until the end, and you should have a total of 30 double crochets, not including the 6 that we did. So continue working a total of 30 double crochets, and then I'll meet you at the end to show you how to finish this round. I finished working a total of 30 double crochets, and this is how it looks like. And to end round 1, we're going to slip stitch using the 1st double crochet. So right over here is our chain 2. We're not going to slip stitch using the chain 2, but if you notice, here's our 1st double crochet. We're going to use that stitch and slip stitch to end round 1. And at the end of round 1, we have a total of 72 double crochets. For round 2, we're going to start by chaining 2. This chain 2 doesn't count as a stitch. Back into that same space where we slip stitched into it and worked our chain 2, we need to work 1 double crochet. So go back into that same space and work your 1st double crochet. And now just work 1 double crochet using each stitch around. So you're going to continue and work 1 double crochet into each stitch around, and at the end of round 2 you'll have 72 double crochets. And then I'll meet you back to show you how we're going to finish this round. So you're going to continue and work your double crochets all around until you come to this space right here. At the end of round 2 we have a total of 72 double crochets. And to end this round, we're going to slip stitch using the first double crochet. So we're not slip stitching using this chain 2, but right over here on top of the double crochet, go ahead and slip stitch to end round 2. For round 3, we're going to start by chaining 2. Now, we're going to be working double crochets using the post of each stitch. If you're having a hard time with working double crochets using the post of each stitch, you can just work regular double crochets. Now, to work double crochets using the post of the stitch, we're not going to be using this chain 2. We're skipping the chain 2, and right over here using the first double crochet stitch, you're going to yarn over and go underneath the double crochet and come right back up. So I'm using the post or that space of the double crochet, and I'm just going to work a double crochet using the post of that double crochet of the previous round. Again, let's go ahead and find our next double crochet, and we're going to work a double crochet using the post of that stitch. And again, we're just going to repeat. So we're picking it up and we're just using that space and work your double crochet. Again, you're going to work a double crochet using the post or that space of the double crochet. So you're not working the double crochet on top, you're actually going underneath that stitch. You're going to continue and work double crochet around using the post of each stitch, and I'll meet you at the end of this round to show you how to finish it. I'm coming to the end of round 3 and I have 1 stitch left. I'm going to go ahead and work my last double crochet using the post of that stitch. Right over here where the chain 2 is, I'm not going to work any double crochet using that space. I'm skipping that area, and to end, I'm going to slip stitch using the first double crochet of the round. So right over here, pick it up and slip stitch. And this ends round 3. Round 4 until round 21, we're going to repeat round 3. We're going to chain 2. This chain 2 doesn't stand for a stitch. Right over here, find your first double crochet, and you're going to use that space, the post of the double crochet, and you're going to work a double crochet. Again, you're going to find your next double crochet stitch, and you're going to work a double crochet using the post of that stitch. And you're going to continue and repeat this for rounds 4 all the way to round 21, and then I'll meet you back. We'll work on the straps. So continue working until you have a total of 21 rounds, which includes round 1. I went ahead and I worked a total of 21 rounds, and it is measuring at about 7.5 inches long, which includes round 1. You can continue and add more rounds if you like to, but I'm going to stop here. We need to fasten off, so right over here, we're going to go ahead and slip stitch using the first double crochet, and we're just going to go ahead and fasten off and cut your yarn, which I already did. You can also chain 1 and then fasten off if you like to. For the next part, you're going to need 4 stitch markers, and we need to place them right in the middle over here, and I'll show you how many stitches we're going to count. We need to count 19 stitches, which includes this one right over here where we slip stitched into. This would be our first stitch that we're going to count. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Into the 19th stitch, you're going to go ahead and add your first stitch marker. Once you place your stitch marker, you're going to count 5 stitches, not including the one where you already placed your first stitch marker. So go ahead and count 5 stitches. So right over here is my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Into the 6th stitch, you're going to add your next stitch marker. So in between we have our 5 stitches. Next part, we're going to go ahead and count 29 stitches, and then into the 30th stitch, you're going to add your next stitch marker. So let's go ahead and do that. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and into the 30th stitch, go ahead and add your next stitch marker. Skip 5 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and into the 6th stitch, add your last stitch marker. And this is how it looks like. So we have our 4 stitch markers placed, and we have 5 stitches in between. And then right over here we have the 29 stitches, and over here we should also have 29 stitches. If you're making a different size bag, make sure you have same amount of stitches on both sides with 5 stitches left. Let's go ahead and start on our first strap, and we're going to start at this stitch marker. So right over here where we finished our round, we're going to come back and start at this point right here at this stitch marker. And we're going to start with a slip knot, and we're going to bring this slip knot and start right over here where the stitch marker is. Go ahead and remove it. Place your hook into that stitch and bring your slip knot and pull through. We're going to start same way. We're going to start by chaining 2. We're going to skip this double crochet stitch, and then using the next 2 double crochet stitches, we're going to work double crochet 2 together. So to do that, we're going to yarn over, and right over here go underneath the double crochet using the post. We're going to start working our double crochet, but we're not going to finish it. So yarn over and pull through 2 loops and leave the last 2 loops on the hook. Yarn over again and go underneath that next double crochet stitch. I am weaving in my yarn tails as I go, so I'm just going to place it right on top of it. Yarn over and pull through. Now yarn over and pull through 2 loops again. Right over here we have 3 loops left on our hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. So we just worked double crochet 2 together, and this chain 2 doesn't count as a stitch. And now all we're going to do is we're going to work 1 double crochet using the post of the stitches until we come to this side right here, and we're going to leave 3 double crochets unworked because we're going to work 1 double crochet 3 together using this last 3 stitches. So you're going to continue and work your double crochet same as before using the posts of each stitch until you get to the last 3 double crochets. So continue working, and I'll meet you once we're on the other side where 3 stitches are left. I'm gonna work double crochets using the post of each stitch, and right over here I have 3 stitches left. Here's 1, 2, 3, and the third one is right where our stitch marker is. So we're going to work double crochet 3 together using those 3 stitches. And same way, we're going to yarn over, go underneath that stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops only. So leave this 2 unworked and repeat again. And repeat one more time. Now that you have 4 loops on your hook, you're going to yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. And you can remove the stitch marker, you don't need it. And this ends round 1 or row 1 for the strap. For row 2, we're going to start same way. We're going to chain 2 and now turn your work. Right over here, we're going to use this 2 stitches. So we're skipping this stitch right here, and right into this stitches right here, we're going to work double crochet 2 together again. So same way, you're going to work your double crochet, but you're not going to finish it, and repeat one more time. Now that you have 3 loops on your hook, you're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. And once again, you're going to work your double crochets into each stitch, the post of each stitch, until you get to this side right here, leaving the last 3 stitches unworked, and I'll show you how to work the 3 stitches together. So continue working and I'll meet you back. I'm coming to the end of row 2 for the strap, and right over here I have the 3 stitches left. I have 1, 2, and this one is where we worked all the stitches together. So we need to use this 3 stitches and work it together to make it into one. So we're going to start working double crochet using the post, but we're not going to finish it. So here's 1, use the following stitch and repeat. Here's 2. And for the last one, we're just going to use that space right there and just work your double crochet. Don't finish it using that space. So once you have 4 loops on your hook, you're going to yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. And at the end of this row, we have a total of 24 double crochets. And the first one, we had 28. Now for row 3, we're going to repeat same thing. We're going to start by chaining 2, turn your work, and right over here, we're going to use, so skip all this right here. You're going to skip this one where we work the 3 stitches together. And using these 2 double crochets, we're going to work them together. So go underneath, don't finish your double crochet, repeat one more time. Don't finish your double crochet. You have 3 loops on your hook now. So you're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. And now you're just going to repeat and work double crochets using the post of each stitch until you come to the end. And I'll meet you right over here. I'll show you how to finish it again. We'll do it together. I'm at the end of row 3, and right over here I have my 3 stitches. Here's double crochet, and this is where we work them together, the last one. And we're going to work double crochet 3 together. So go underneath, don't finish your double crochet, repeat, don't finish your double crochet, and using the last one right over here, you're going to repeat same thing. Don't finish it. Once you have your 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. And at the end of row 3, we have a total of 20 double crochets. Row 4 is going to be a little bit different. Instead of working 3 together, we're going to work 2 together. So we're going to start by chaining 2. And we're not going to be working any decreases here. This chain 2 stands as the first decrease. So we're just going to continue and work double crochet using the post of each stitch until we come to the end. So continue working a double crochet using the post of each stitch, and I'll meet you right over here. Don't work anything using this 2 stitches, the last 2 stitches, and I'll show you how to work them together. I'm at the end of row 4, and right over here I have 2 stitches left now. Instead of 3, I have 2. I have the double crochet, and then right over here is the last one where we work 3 together. We're going to go ahead and work our double crochets, but we're not going to finish it, and we need to repeat it 2 times. So here's my first one, and then use the last stitch and repeat same thing. Don't finish your double crochet. Once you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. And at the end of row 4, we have 18 double crochets. For row 5 all the way to row 9, you're going to repeat row 4. You're going to start by chaining 2. You don't need to work a decrease. This chain 2 stands as the first decrease. You're going to work your double crochets using the post of each stitch until you get to the end. And once you're at the end of the row, you're going to use the last 2 stitches, and you're going to work double crochet 2 together using the last 2 stitches. You're going to continue and repeat row 4 for row 5 all the way to row 9 until you have a total of 8 double crochets left. And then I'll meet you back. I'll show you what to do next. At the end of round 9, we have a total of 8 double crochets. For round 10, we're going to stop working our decreases, and we're just going to work double crochets using the post of each stitch. And to do that, we're going to chain 2, turn your work, and using that same space, so we're using that same stitch, the chain 2 stitch, we're going to go around and work our first double crochet using the post of that area. And now you're just going to continue and work your double crochets into each stitch or the post of each stitch. And right over here, I'm coming to the end. I'm going to work double crochet here, double crochet using the post here. And right over here is my last double crochet stitch. So I'm going to use the post, come around, pick it up. So this is the chain 2. So you're going to leave that chain 2 there. And using that stitch, you're going to work your last double crochet using the post of that stitch. And at the end, we should have 8 double crochets. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. For row 11 all the way to row 30, we're just going to repeat row 10. We're going to start by chaining 2, and now turn your work. You need to work a double crochet using the post of that stitch, or the chain 2 space right here. You're going to come underneath it, and you're going to work your double crochet. And now work double crochet across. Here's my last stitch, and I need to work my double crochet using the post of that stitch. I'm going to come around. So right over here is the chain 2. So I'm not picking that chain 2 up. I'm just using that double crochet stitch and just work a double crochet using that post. And at the end, we have 8 double crochets. You're going to continue and repeat row 10. We just finished row 11. Continue working until row 30. If you want your strap shorter or longer, you can adjust the size, but I'm going to continue until row 30, and then I'll meet you back. I finished working on the strap, and I worked a total of 26 rows, which includes row 1 right over here. So a total of 26 rows. And we're just going to go ahead and chain 1 and cut the yarn. Pull out your hook, tighten it. Now let's go ahead and repeat same thing to this side. We're going to leave this bag right over here. So this is the strap on the right side, and we're going to start here so that way it's even. And we're going to repeat same thing we did to this side on this side. So we're going to go ahead and start right where the stitch marker is, right here. You're going to start by making a slip knot and using this stitch right here. You're going to go ahead and bring it in and chain 2. And now we're going to work these 2 stitches together. Go underneath, don't finish your double crochet, and repeat same thing to this one. I am weaving in my yarn tails at the same time as I work on my double crochets. Right here I have 3 loops on my hook. I'm going to yarn over and pull through all, and then I'm just going to continue and work my double crochets same as before. And once I'm over here, I'm not going to work my double crochets using these 3 stitches. I'm going to work them together. So 1 double crochet, 3 together. And then I'm going to repeat that for 3 rows, and then I'm going to switch it to 2 double crochets together and work on that rows until I have a total of 8 stitches. And once I have 8 stitches, I'm just going to go ahead and work on the strap. And then once I'm done, I'm going to meet you back, and then I'll show you how to work on this ends right here. So continue working, same thing as before. So same as this strap right here, you're going to repeat it and work on this side. Continue working and I'll meet you back. I finished working on the second strap, and this is how it looks like. Last thing we need to do is just go ahead and slip stitch these 2 sides together, and I'll show you how that's done. Using both straps, we're going to place them right next to each other. And this is the last row that I worked on for the second strap. So we're just going to continue. Picking up the loops, both loops of the first strap, I'm going to go ahead and insert the hook using those loops, and then yarn over and pull through all loops. And now we're just going to go ahead and slip stitch the 2 sides together. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up both loops from both sides. So now we have 5 loops on our hook, yarn over and pull through all 5 loops. And then you're going to repeat. So pick up the next stitches, all the loops, and slip stitch. Again, next stitches. You're going to continue like this and slip stitch until the end. And right over here is our last stitches. We're going to pick them up, slip stitch. Now chain one and cut your yarn. This is how it looks like. And then this is how it looks like on the other side. And now we just have to weave in the yarn tails. I'm going to go ahead and make a knot using these two, just to make it secure. And I'll show you how to work on the yarn tails. Using the yarn needle, we're just going to come and pick up the loops of any of the stitches. I'm going to try to pick up as many as I can, so about 4 to 5 would be perfect. And then pull through. And now we're going to come back right where we started from, so drop one loop and come back. Pick up as many loops as you can. I'm going to try to pick up one more, pull through, and then one more time, drop one loop and come right back. You can even pick up more loops if you like to. If your yarn tail came out of the needle, you can just go ahead and place it back in and pull through. You can go ahead and cut this yarn tail, and you can repeat the same thing to the rest of the yarn tails, which I'll do off camera. If you like to attach a button, you can use these 5 stitches right over here and make a chain that can go around the button and sew on the button here to close it. It's up to you, but I'm going to leave mine like this. And here's our finished bag. I want to thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.